step by step, I'm getting this Victorian project done, but now I need a shirt. Hello, it's Icy. Yes, that's right, back with the next part of this Victorian project. It's going so well. I'm so happy. It's looking really great. Technically, it's kind of veering more Edwardian rather than Victorian. I'm not mad about it. In fact, possibly delighted. But the next thing we need for this project is an actual shirt. So, you know, I can go out wearing this outfit. Am I ever going to do that? Let's pretend. So, the Victorian style shirt was quite particular. It had sleeves, very puffy sleeves. They were, depending on which era, and I am going late Victorian, so probably not going extravagant, but definitely noticeably puffy sleeves. A number of my shirts, or t-shirts technically, do have a bit of a puff at the top of the sleeve, and it does suit me, so I think I'm definitely going to experiment with that. Now, how am I going to make this thing? I'm actually going to refashion a shirt. I'm going to refashion this one. So I picked up this cotton, 100% cotton shirt from a local thrift store for I think like $5, I think. And the reason, well, I mean, you can see why. The thing's got puff sleeves already. Just save me a step, maybe. A couple of things is, so while there is some gather across the top, there's not sufficient gather here to actually get like a good, vibrant puff. So I'm probably going to take the sleeves off and then rework them. There's no neck. It's way too big is one thing. That actually kind of works in my favor because it means I've got extra material to play with. So yeah, way too big. Taking off all these buttons, I'm probably going to pull the whole thing in. Because the other thing is, the sleeve head here is normally sitting on the tip of the shoulder, which is not a Victorian thing. The sleeve heads for those were pulled in further. And if I do that, it will assist with the puffiness. The sleeves are a tad too long. I kind of need them to sit there, I think. So I still have enough room to bend my arm. So I might just go that, because if I go there, then obviously I'm actually lifting up some of this, and that might be sufficient. Experiments are required. Don't know if you can tell. It is a little dark in here. There is like broderie anglaise all the way around here. Oh, there you go, you can see my arm. So while this has not got any lace on it, it's actually already pretty good. The bottom section at the front here, so here to here, is also all broderie anglaise as well. And it's about 10 centimeters or so worth. So what I'm actually thinking I'm going to be doing is, and the whole thing is too long. It comes down to top of the sort of lower hip, I guess, top of where my leg folds. So I can actually chop that off, take this whole section and possibly insert it into this triangle here at the top and fashion myself like a collar. Experiments. Now, the other thing, of course, is the Victorians did not have short sleeves. They had long sleeves. So, to fix that particular problem, I think what I'll do is I'll use some of the black lawn I used to make the corset cover, and then just like literally make some sleeves and then have them go all the way underneath, sew them into the actual seam at the shoulder, and then attach this bit there, which should hold those in place, which should give me some puff, which should give me long sleeves. Maybe this will work. The other thing I need to do as well with this is, if I show you, I have a shirt on. The back is in two parts. So it's like a yoked back. So it's flat to here, and then there's like a a bunch of extra material all gathered in across the back. So that's all going to come out as well. It's going to be, basically it's going to be, it won't be fitted at the back, but I don't need this shape. So I'm going to take this out, take out the gather, just cut in what I need and put it in. The other thing is I'll probably, yeah, I'm going to lose like, probably, I don't know, like 3 to 4 centimeters straight down the back as well. So that should help sort of tie the back together and make it look more like one piece. So yeah, I think this should work. I mean, when I saw this initially, I was like, oh, that one. Yes, please. That will be perfect. Thank you very much. So I do have another one as well that I want to experiment with, but I think this is probably enough for one project. So in addition to this, if I need it, I've got the black lace that I've been using in the other places, and I've got some other bits and pieces I could unpick from other kind of scrappy bits or other old skirts or things that have been sort of delegated to be refashioned into garments. So I've got different bits and pieces. So anyway, I'm not quite sure how this is going to evolve, but I think it should work. Here's hoping. Let's see how this one goes. Oh my goodness. This has, actually, this is oddly, almost, apart from the vest, maybe my favorite thing I have made in this project. As a thrift flip, this thing is, oh my god, it's so perfect. I unexpectedly, as I was putting this together and then putting it on, especially after I added the bottom section and turned it into a collar, suddenly realized that I had, funnily enough, something special on my hands. I mean, I just wanted something, honestly, that I could wear with the rest of the extremely cool outfit that looked Victorian. And I ended up with a history-bounding, transformative, casual bomber jacket, formal, extremely stylish modern collar shirt to Victorian Gothic wear, all in the same thing. It's just one of those things that worked out perfectly. As you can see, I decided to not add sleeves underneath because the whole thing just looked so perfect as it was. It seemed like, no, I don't think I'm going to add sleeves. If I ever need a full Victorian look, I just put on a long sleeve shirt underneath. It'd be fine. Or possibly, I was thinking of this afterwards, I might just make just the sleeves, because there is a bound solid band around the bottom here. I'm sure I could rig something that just attached a pair of sleeves to the bottom of that, rather than like taking out the sleeves and then sewing it into the existing arm holes. None of that. A little pin here, so I've just got, like, the collar is just wrapped, just crossed over and wrapped. A little brooch at the top, perfectly Victorian. It just looks, it looks amazing. And interestingly, it also skews kind of, like I'm wearing this with, honestly, a fantastic pair of pants that I have owned for 15, 18 years, I think, and I can only just fit into again recently. But, so I'm kind of, it's skewing, not strictly androgynous, but not strictly feminine either. But throw the skirt on and all of the other accoutrements, and it's just gonna go straight feminine as well. I am so happy right now. I cannot tell you. Well, no, actually, I probably can tell you, and you probably can tell. But, yeah, like honestly, I think out of anything I've made, out of any of the things here, this shirt is the thing that is going to get the most wear, because I'm going to be able to wear it if I ever leave the house again as just like a really nice like light jacket over top of a t-shirt. If I'm going somewhere where there's air conditioning, I'll wear it to work if I ever actually go into the city to work, which is rare, thankfully. I wear it out to dinner. I'm just going to be able to wear this out of anything all of the time. The vests are the second most wearable item, probably. The skirt, yes, but it requires like at least a level of formality of like going to work in the city and up. The other things can kind of go more casual as well, but man, I am so happy, along with my $5 Victorian style brooch that I picked up at a thrift antique market. But thank you very much for watching. Have you ever done a thrift flip and the results actually kind of were really good and you were so happy? Tell me about it in the comments. I do like to know people's victories. If you haven't, please throw us a sub here on YouTube. Very much appreciated. And you can also find me over on Instagram, where I do post the occasional sewing project type picture, though there's a lot of other stuff over there. So I'd like to say thank you very much for watching, and thank you for joining me here. It's always a pleasure. Thank you, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.